Lodovica Comello is an Italian actress, singer and dancer, who gained international popularity for her role as Francesca in the Argentine Disney Channel series Violetta. Early life: Comello was born and raised in San Daniel del Friuli, Italy, near Udine in Friuli. She demonstrated her passion for art, acting, dance, guitar from a very young age. In high school, she studied music theory and learned guitar. In 2009, she took courses in music at MAS Music Arts and Show, a drama school in Milan, Italy. 2 years later, she was cast as a performer for the Il Mondo di Patito, the Italian version of the widely successful Argentine children's program, Patito Feo. The tour held concerts in Italy and Spain. She also appeared as a backup vocalist for Brenda Asnicar's special section of the same tour in Italy. Acting career: while living in Milan and attending MAS, she learned of a Disney Channel Latin America casting search for Italian actors, who also spoke Spanish. Although she spoke little Spanish, Comello memorized a short monologue in Spanish for her audition. 1 week after auditioning, she successfully obtained a role on Violetta, the network's latest tween musical television series. In 2011, Lodovica was announced as Francesca, the best friend and classmate of the title character in the show. Filming for the program required Comello to move to Buenos Aires in mid-2011. Once cast in the series, Comello learned Spanish. In November 2012, she filmed the second season of Violetta in Buenos Aires and Barcelona, Spain. It premiered on April 29, 2013. That same year, she provided the Italian voiceover for Ptney in Monsters University. Comello appears in the third and final season of Violetta, which began production in Buenos Aires in March 2014 and ended in late November of that same year. It began airing in Argentina on July 28, 2014. The series finale aired in Latin America on February 6, 2015. Comello is the Italian voiceover for the character Joy in the Pixar film, Inside Out. A film will be released in Italy on September 16, 2015. Music career: 2013-2014 On November 1, 2013, Comello released Universo, the lead single from her debut album of the same name, which was later released on November 19 in Italy, Spain and Argentina. The album features 9 tracks co-written by Comello and 1 English-language cover of I Only Want to Be With You. Comello recorded acoustic versions of the title track, Universo, in Spanish and Italian. The album's second single is Otro Dar a Más. The music video was filmed in Barcelona, Spain and premiered on her official YouTube channel in March 2014. In May 2014, Comello announced plans to embark on a world tour in 2015. A special website was created to allow fans to vote on various international cities for possible concert locations in Latin America, Europe, Israel, and the United States. The music video for her third single, I Only Want to Be With You, premiered on her official VEVO channel on September 5, 2014. 2015 to present on January 24, 2015. Comello announced to fans via her official Twitter account that her sophomore album, Mariposa, would be released on February 3, 2015 in Italy. The album was subsequently released on iTunes for Europe and Latin America a few weeks later. In 2014, Comello began writing the album during breaks on the set while filming of the final season of Violetta in Buenos Aires. She recorded material on the weekends when the show was not filming. The album contains 12 songs in Spanish, Italian, and English. The album's deluxe edition contains 5 Italian-language songs. Comello skipped the world tour with the cast of Violetta in order to focus on promoting her material as a solo artist. Her world tour began in Rome with 2 sold-out shows on February 1, 2015. She toured throughout Italy from February until mid-March. The tour included shows in Spain, Brussels, and Paris. Concerts in Latin America, Portugal, Poland, Russia, Belgium, Romania, and Hungary are also expected. The album's lead single, Todo el resto no cuenta, was released on iTunes on January 30, 2015. The single's music video premiered one day later. The album debuted at number 13 on the Italian album charts. Mariposa's second single, Sin Usar Palabras, features the Spanish singer Abraham Mateo. Comello also released a polished version of Sin Usar Palabras featuring Simon Udinecki. Other ventures. On April 2, 2015, Comello released her autobiography, Tutto il resto non conta, in Italy. She reportedly worked on the book while living in Buenos Aires while filming Violetta's final season. To promote the book, Comello embarked on several book signings throughout Italy in April 2015. The book was translated into Polish, and Comello held a signing in Warsaw on May 9, 2015. Personal life. Comello has one older sister named Ilaria. She is fluent in Italian, Spanish, and English. She lived in Buenos Aires for 3 years while working on Violetta. She moved back to Milan, Italy once production on the series ended in late November 2014. In 2012, Comello met Argentine television producer, Thomas Goldschmidt, on the set of Violetta. The couple dated for several years. They married in a small civil ceremony at the City Hall in San Daniel del Friuli, Italy on April 1, 2015. Filmography. Discography. Studio albums Singles Music videos Universo, Otro da Amares, I Only Want to Be With You, Todo el resto no cuenta, Sin Usar Palabras feat. Abraham Mateo, Sin Usar Palabras feat. Simon Udinecki. Soundtracks Tours, Lodovica World Tour 2015, Setlist de la stessa per tutti I concerti. L'unico cambiamento fu squared venire per la canzone in cui esiste una versione italiana che spagnola. Introduzione, Universo, la cosa más linda, la historia, za squared lo música, un posto libro, una nuova storia, otro da amares, no voy che, vervo, medley di canzoni trot da Violetta, si vediamo quando abbiamo, sin usar palabras, un vigio intorno al mondo, Crazy Love, Para Siempre, Historia Blanca, I Only Want to Be With You, Il Mio Amore Peso ad un Filo, Todo el resto no cuenta, Universo, We Are Family. Date. Concerti annualati ospitati Il concerto previsto per il 7 agosto 2015 a Roccella Jonica è stato annullato alla fine di luglio. Il concerto previsto per l'8 agosto 2015 a Diamante è stato annullato alla fine di luglio. Il concerto previsto per il 25 ottobre 2015 a Roma è stato annullato e sostituito con una data lo stesso giorno a Napoli. References. External links. Official website, Lodovica Comello at the Internet Movie Database.